Hello, this is Scott from Walking My Path. Today we're going to take an easy walk at the Great Meadows National Wildlife Refuge in Sudbury. We're taking a look at the accessible trails now that the snow and ice have melted. Come along if you want to see. I parked at the end of the road. However, you can go ahead and pull right into the refuge here, and there's a big parking lot at the end there as well. Whichever one you would like. There's plenty of parking, and as you can see, it's a nice, easy walk here. That's paved for a short while, and then as we turn, we do have an accessible trail that we can amble along. It is wheelchair accessible. This is the Red Maple Trail. And as we amble along the boardwalk, we can notice the resilience of nature despite just coming out of winter. I guess we're starting to see hopefully some signs of spring. So occasionally you can hear the ducks and the mallards and the wood ducks that are coming back. So if we were to keep going straight, that would lead us over to the Sudbury Valley Trustees, and the Round Hill trails. They're a little harder, and it does take you over the road as well if somebody wants to drop off directly there. But we're going along on this Red Maple trail. It's really nice and serene back here. I'm looking forward to visiting again in the spring and summer. I really don't know anything about the land here. I know Samuel Hoare was the one that first gave the land to the state. I'm not sure if Sudbury was included in that, but he did the Great Meadows. Samuel Hoare being a local lawyer and prominent early Concordian. Started the Republican Party, if I'm not mistaken. And we do have benches all along this trail, and the Eagle Scouts did that. So we do have a building over here for events. I'm not sure what all they do. Anybody that knows more about the Sudbury Great Meadows Wildlife Refuge, put it in the comments. Tell me about maybe an event you've visited here, or if you know about the funding. It does appear it's the walkway is in good repair. There's no problems with the walkway, but it there are some items that we'll come across that could use some work. So I don't know how the funding is going here, but this is a wonderful walk. If you're a birder, this and there's also one of these in Concord, the Great Meadows. Both of them are good for people that are bird watchers. And so the boardwalk does end here. It is still a pretty easy path. It is flat, and some leaf litter and pine needles. Look at these huge pine trees, but no real obstructions. And we have a further seating and a pond. As you can see, there's still a little bit of ice on the pond. Now we're starting to look out at the Great Meadows here. The floodplains from the Sudbury River. Samuel Hoare, the fellow that first owned the land, he actually built dams to add to the floodplain for duck hunting. So even at that time, there was a lot of waterfowl in this area. This is a really nice, quiet area if you're wanting to get away a little bit. And this here is gravel that's been put down. Some information about the floodplain and the birds and animals that live here, flora and fauna. Unfortunately, the boardwalk here is currently roped off for repairs. I think that the winter, the ice and snow may have damaged it a little. Hopefully that will be fixed in the near future. So we're walking back out. This circles around to the other side of the pond, and seating on the side as well. And we'll show you where the boardwalk starts again. They have areas roped off where there's been some damage from the winter weather. So there's the red maple trail again, so that we could go, if we go this way, we get back to the boardwalk. And look at this old tree that's fell. So really, I just wanted to highlight this nice trail. Just be a wonderful getaway if you enjoy an easier walk. And now we're going to go on a second part of the trail to the Weir Hill. That's called. This is a little more adventurous, or a little harder. Does go up the hill eventually. You don't have to go up the hill, of course. You can just turn around. But we'll walk down, see what we see, and walk up the hill. They called it Weir Hill because apparently Native Americans used to fish. They put fishing traps called weirs that would trap fish nearby. So here's some information about the fishing that the Native Americans did here, and how they prepared the fish. Last time I was here, this was all frozen over. You could walk out on it. And look at this little guy. I was really surprised. It was a nice surprise. I wish he'd hung around. But the efforts to protect the wetlands and waterways have been particularly beneficial for the beavers. They actually help as well. they dam up some of the areas and create larger wetlands, and it does have to be managed to make sure that the roadways don't get flooded. However, the trees that fall in the water, the herons lay their eggs or build nests in those and lay their eggs there. And so if you have beavers, usually you'll then get some herons, and vice versa. If you see herons, there's probably some beavers around. Really beautiful out here, though. I'm sure there's other wildlife around that's just staying out of sight. If you know anything about this land, let me know about it. And if you like this video, please subscribe. Now we're going to go up Weir Hill, and as you can see, there's seating going up the hill here. So and there's actually some steps as well. So they've done a good job of making this as accessible as possible. And like I said, it's really beautiful here. And you do have some. It's nice to not have as many people around. I've been out here a few times recent weeks, and I've only encountered one person since I've been doing that. At the top, it flattens out, so there's a large flat area at the top. However, there's not a lot of views, just due to the tree growth. I'm happy to see the tree growth. Another bench. So a lot of this land actually was shaped by glaciers, like 12 to 15,000 years ago. And so this talks about that, how this came about. I didn't get a good picture of the kettle hole, but there is you can see a little bit there, you can see it. But there was a small kettle hole there. There are some down trees, and all the way, you saw the other one that we had to walk under, and this one we have to walk over. A great place for a picnic, or maybe just to walk and and talk with a friend. Or maybe just be by yourself and have some solitude. A nice meditative walk. There may have been a fire here because a lot of these trees seem to have some basal scars at the bottom. I'm not sure if that's where they started off on a nurse log or if those are basal scars. And descending, we also have steps, which is really helpful in the snow. I really couldn't see these. The snows and ice are for the most part gone. There used to be a visitor center, however, it has been repurposed into as the Eastern Massachusetts National Wildlife Refuge headquarters. Well, that is a weird split tree. I wish I would have shown that a little more. Right here you can actually walk in. We're walking back to where I parked the car. You can start walking up this hill if you want to just do the Weir hill, or you can go like we did and walk over to the red maple trail. Thanks. Please subscribe.